we're gonna get started here. So I hope the kids are ready. They're strapped up in their little rookies uniforms. They have their hats on. The helmets are the best. They just look so cute in those. And I don't get to see it, but you guys will. And so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get some shaky hands going. We're gonna move them all around. We gotta get the blood flow happening. We're gonna reach up all the way to the sky, as far as you can. We're gonna get all the way up here, and then we're gonna go down and touch our toes. I know all of you guys can touch your toes right now. I think if the parents are following along, we're having a little more problems trying to do that. And so we're gonna go back up, all the way to the sky, and then back down to our toes. Can we get some side to side movements here? We're gonna keep our fingers going here, keep the blood flow happening. And we're gonna take a little break. Shake it all out, shake it all out. I know we don't have a whole bunch of space to run, but we're gonna run in place here. We're gonna run. Maybe you wanna go a little bit on this side, and then a little bit over here. Wherever you can. Maybe your mom and dad's gonna let you run over onto the couch. Maybe they're not, who knows? But it's gonna be a good time. So we're gonna keep this running, and it's gonna be getting everybody going. And then we're gonna stop and freeze. So now we gotta get some twists going, because there's a lot of movements in baseball and all sports that require a lot of twisting. This is often overlooked. I bet the parents will understand that a warm-up is what carries us through the day. Sometimes we have to warm up to walk into the office, so that's how we roll. Okay, shake it out a little bit, and then we're gonna get some jumping jacks. And for jumping jacks, you're just gonna spread your legs as you're jumping, and at the same time, you're gonna move your arms up and down. I'm hoping you're seeing your 2- and 3-year-old do this right now, because them doing jumping jacks is one of the great sights in the world. We're gonna do 2 more here. Whew! Over here getting a little tired. Now we're gonna move down. This one the kids love this one. This is called the sleepy monster. So we're gonna lay down as if you were gonna get into a push-up position. And as soon as you get down, you're gonna look like you're sleeping, and all of a sudden we're gonna jump up and we're gonna scare everybody. We're gonna do that one more time. This is really an adult burpee, but we call it the sleepy monster for these guys. So we're gonna get back up, and we're gonna scare them. And I hope you scared your kid there. That'll help get the adrenaline going as well. So that's our warm up for this moves. I'd like to give high fives to everybody in the room. Thank you guys. Low fives. And we're gonna take a little 30-second to 1-minute break to let your kid have some water, but most importantly, this is for them to gain their attention span back. As you parents know, at this age, their attention span can be as short as 5 seconds up to 5 to 10 minutes. And so we really want to recapture them, have a little break, let them get re-excited, and we're going to hit them with another different type of drills, so it's exciting again. Now when we're in an actual field, we have a lot of colors on our bats, on the balls, on the nets, and so this really re-engages them. It's important for the coaches to have that energy to really spark it back up, letting them just get that mental break, because for us, this is 20 minutes. For them, it feels like an eternity, and this will define their day. So on the next thing, we're gonna do some movements. Now, I have a bat here. If you guys have a bat, a stick, any type of object that looks something like this, we're gonna use it. And so we're gonna use this for 2 reasons. I'm gonna put it on the ground right here. And we're gonna tell our child not to touch the bat. Now, as much as we're part movements in Little Rookies, we're also preaching the discipline, the gratitude, and just life fundamentals. And so we're practicing not touching the bat. I know the first thing they want to do is grab the bat and swing it. We want to prevent that. And so we're going to do 2 rounds of jumps. we're gonna jump side to side, and we're gonna jump forward and backward. And the entire time, we don't wanna touch the bat. We don't wanna pick it up. We don't wanna land on it. We wanna avoid it at all costs. So let's get started. We're gonna do 10. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. That's getting me tired. Now we gotta go side to side. And you see how I almost touched the bat there, kids? Well, we can't. The bat is hot, might as well be hot lava. We can't touch that bat there. So if you guys can't tell, I'm a parent of 2 kids under 4. I know a couple references that'll get to them. We're gonna jump sideways here. We're gonna do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Felt like I got close on that one. But still, haven't touched the bat yet. That's what we're trying to avoid. And it's right there in front of their eyes, and they're gonna wanna touch it, they're gonna wanna step on it, they wanna grab it. But we're building that discipline of listening to our parent, listening to maybe the coach at hand, or just understanding we're avoiding this because that's what we're supposed to do. This one's a lot of fun for them. Hard not to touch the bat. We're gonna get down in a bear crawl position, and while we're down here, we're gonna crawl back and forth over the bat, the stick, whatever, the broom, and we are not going to touch the bat. So here we go. We're gonna crawl like your favorite animal. That's 1. We're gonna do 3. This is 2. I wanna see you guys crawl front and back, side to side. If you have to, you can make your favorite animal noises. And I wanna hear you guys. I wanna hear your favorite animal noise right now. I know you all have one. Sometimes they're animals I forgot were even existing because you guys are the smartest little creatures on the planet. So we're gonna do some more jumps here. This is practicing coordination. This is practicing discipline. We're gonna do 10 side to side again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Now we're going forward and backward. 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. You guys are doing a great job. I know none of you have touched the bat. It's impossible that any of you kids have touched the bat once. Good job. Last one over the bear cross. We're gonna go side to side 3 times, and then we're gonna move on. That's 1. Let me hear your favorite animal noises. I know you're in there. That's 2. Uh-oh, Coach Tyler's getting tired. That's 3. Jump up, shake it out, get to moving. You guys did a great job. Parents, we're gonna take another 30-second to a minute and a half break. Again, let's regain that mental clarity for these kids. I don't know how you guys are doing, but my kids need these breaks every 5 minutes. And then we get back into what we're doing, because we want them to be focused at the task at hand rather than spacing around, having a negative outlook on whatever activity they're doing. We want them to be engaged. We want them to be having fun. And so to do that isn't to force them. It's to let, I know you saw that. It's to let them take a break when they need it. And as your parent, you guys know best. If that's a couple minutes in, if that's 10 minutes in, you guys will know best when that break needs to happen. I'm gonna put this on the side here. Oh. So we're gonna move on to ball time. So ball time in the little rookies is probably our most sought after thing for the kids. It's the first thing they want to do. They want to go pick up all the balls. We usually hide them. They want to swing the bat off the tee, hide that as well, until it's time. And so these temptations are out, and they're really focused on having fun, because once these do come out, this is the favorite, hands down. We can use a baseball here. I'm going to step off camera and grab this red ball. And now this is going to be your best bet for kids of all ages. Now I know there's maybe some 5 and 6 year olds here that are studs and can catch this, but we're going to take you through a basic progression that we do at Little Rookies. This really limits all of the variables and gets their hand-eye coordination down to a T. Like, you can do this in a matter of 10 minutes, and your son should be able to receive ground balls by the end of this 10 minutes based on this progression. So we're going to start by eliminating all movements, all head movements, all dropping up and down. And we're just going to take the ball and we're going to roll it to our kid. He's going to reach out and grab it. The first couple times, he may just let it roll off into here. But he understands that when it hits him, the ball stops. And that's important, that he sees an object coming, and when it touches him, it stops moving as it was. And so he'll start to understand that with his hands, he can stop the ball. And so I'm just going to do 2 more here. You guys understand, and we're going to move to the next progression. And so this is important because we're at such an we take for granted that we're at such an elementary level that they just need to understand that this object can affect an object that's not connected to them. And so we'll do 1 more, and you know, by the end of doing this is a great at-home drill for your kids. They love it. They love when you cheer them on every time they do it well. But after they start doing that well, we're going to stand up and we're going to put them in the same stance with their legs spread. And so we're not going to worry too much for the younger kids about being proper and being down and bending here. You know, they're going to bend straight over, and that's okay because we're working on their hand-eye coordination and understanding again that now there's no backstop. They have to stop the ball. And so we'll sit here and we'll roll it to them, and they may take 1 or 2 tries to really get this, but I think after that progression, they really start to understand. And so we'll get another one here. And I know there's some kids at home saying, Coach Tyler, this is too easy. What you can do is you can start throwing the ball in the air to catch. You can do a bounce, and that makes it a little easier. You can throw it in the air and put some lob on it. You know, we don't need to hit them give them a black eye like in the Sandlot there. And so there's a lot of things you can do. One of the things I do for the most advanced kids is I'm moving them side to side, and I'm coming back and forth, and I'm catching the ball, and I'm going it underhand. And the better they get, the smaller the ball I get. And so this really is a great progression from sitting down ground balls, standing ground balls, moving ground balls. And once they get that down, then we're in the same progression of standing in place, throwing and catching, and then moving around. And once that's set in stone, we don't wear gloves here at Little Rookies because we're working on their coordination of their hand. And let me tell you, if you look at any big league camp, most and not to say these 3-year-olds are big leaguers quite yet, but they're using their hand for coordination, for ball skills. And that's really important for the young kids to understand that if they can catch a ball with their little tiny hand, well, they can catch a ball with a 13-inch glove. I think that's where we start, and that will really help. Thanks, Aaron. So I think a fun thing that we like to do, we like to play games. We usually run around the bases. We let them hit a home run. It's all of the action in T-ball, in youth baseball, but it's put into a circuit and it's put into one. And so I guess the last thing, I want to see all the show-offs or all the fun for these kids. They can take the ball. They could take the big red ball that I was using. Coach Tyler's going to try to use it with the small ball. And you're going to put it on your head. And you're going to let go. And you have to catch it. And this is only for the most challenge. For the most challenge in the group here. You're going to put it back on your head. And you're going to let it go. And you're going to catch it. And so this really works on reaction time. I think the red ball will be appropriate. I think with your 2 and 3-year-olds, they're gonna just think it's hilarious that a ball is rolling off their head, and that's most of the fun. That's why we do this. And so I think that puts us at a wrap for today. I think we have questions that I'm gonna answer, but in terms of the movement, this was a great time. I know I'm sweating a little bit, and I needed that. It's been raining outside, and so I'm gonna take any of the questions that we have written up. Aaron will relay them to me, and I can get them answered.
First question is, can we replay this later?
Can we replay this later? Yes. We are going to have it on YouTube. This will be posted soon thereafter we finish this up.
And next question is there a bat you recommend for a 3-year-old?
Is there a bat we recommend for a 3-year-old? Yes. We actually have the bats that we use at Little Rookies are great. They're either a red and blue foam bat or a yellow plastic bat. We do not use real bats for these kids, because in no shape or form should a 2 to 6-year-old use the same bat as a middle schooler, high schooler, big leaguer. It should not be the same material. The balls shouldn't be the same, and that's really what we've broken down at Little Rookies, is that T-ball, they use a ball that's a little softer than this size, but a 20-year veteran in the MLB also uses a ball this size, and that's not how this should work. There should be a progression into getting better.
Next question is, when you have your kids do sleeping monsters, how many should they do?
You know what? This is for the parent to answer. How many kids, or how many sleepy monsters should your kid do? I would let your kid do as many as possible, because in an athletic standpoint, this is essentially a burpee. So you're gonna come down, you're gonna push up, you're gonna get up, and you're gonna jump. And so that is probably the most effective workout you could ever do. You're using almost all of your muscles in your body to accomplish this. So the more sleepy monsters, the better. It's also better for nap time and sleepy time.
Do you compete against any other teams at Little Rookies, or is it more of a training program?
The question was, do we compete against any other teams in Little Rookies, or is it a training? No, this is a stepping stone to put you at light years ahead of where these other kids are starting in youth baseball. So typically, I can take you in a high level. You start youth baseball, you go to T-ball, or you start an even machine pitch, depending how old they are, and you show up. They put you at a position. If you're not very good, they're going to put you in the outfield because they don't want a ball to be hit to you, and you don't know what to do. And so we take all of the action and we focus on a kid. We have a very specific 5-to-1 ratio, a coaching to kid ratio. So each kid gets each 5 kids gets one coach. That way, no kid is overlooked. There's not a kid in the outfield who's never going to get the ball, because a T-baller can't hit the ball to the outfield anyway. And there's always that one kid who's just a little more developed than everybody. He gets the ball and he just runs with it everywhere, tries to tag everybody out. And now, it's no surprise that baseball is on a downturn in viewership and in kids playing, because you stand in the outfield and you do nothing. That's no fun. You're picking daisies. We want you to be involved. We want you to have a good time. We want you to learn and be engaged, and that's really where kids thrive, is being engaged and growing.
What are some skills my child will learn at Little Rookies?
The question was, what are some skills my child will learn at Little Rookies? I could go, there's a laundry list of them. We can talk baseball fundamentals. We work on the absolute fundamentals. You're talking about transferring weight, you're talking about moving, you're talking about objects for the younger kids, affecting other objects. That's important. But what else they learn that is something that's really important to me is gratitude. They learn how to be appreciative. We have them say thank you to their parents at the end of every session. Teamwork, that's important. We're cheering each other on. We really want you, if positivity spreads, so if these kids are positive from the very beginning and encouraging each other from the very beginning, that's a lifelong skill. We talk about discipline. We have the bat here, just simple drill of not touching the bat. Not touching the bat because Coach Tyler said so, not touching the bat because a parent said so. And so I know as a parent, we want to be able to articulate to our kids, hey, we're not allowed to do this right now, and you will be able to maybe do it later. And they understand that. Which leads me into the last point of following instructions. So following instructions. Every parent's dream. What we really do at Little Rookies is take the most simple drills and get them to engage, get them to be patient, because sometimes we put them in a line on purpose so that they know that they're not up yet. Everybody wants to grab the bat now. Everybody wants to hit now. They have to learn to be patient. I know we all have different words for that, but it's important that you follow instructions, because it'll keep our kids safe at the end of the day, because we want to say, no, that's dangerous. We can't do that right now. Maybe when you're older. And so I think it encapsulates the entire thing as we want as parents, because I'm a parent, but it also, it makes them learn as an athlete, the fundamentals. I mean, if you told a kid to throw a ball, he's gonna do this, and the ball might go that way. And so we really focus on the basic elementary things of life in itself.
Next question is, how often should children exercise per week?
So the next question is, how often should children exercise per week? Now, there has been a million different things out there. I can tell you that the ideal time for kids to be actively moving with a purpose is 60 minutes per week. I mean, that's less than 10 minutes a day. We're talking, 60 minutes per day, 60 minutes per week. Yeah, we need them to be moving around 60 minutes, running in the street, running after their brother, going to Little Rookies, which is a 1-hour session, and that checks the box for that day. We have anything to just keep them moving. It can be a variety of things. It can be indoors, it can be outdoors, it can be playing tag, hide and seek. You really want these kids to be moving around, having blood flow, and really creating the essence of being active and enjoying that. So 60 minutes per day is the answer to that.
And the last comment, which is please do this again. So we may do another one of these depending how long the coronavirus and social distancing lasts. Yeah, so we will do more of these. This has always been on the agenda. I think the coronavirus and what's happening right now, it really just moved our agenda up for this purpose. But this is something we enjoy. I think that as we move along, it'll get a little more advanced in the kids. And if it wasn't raining, we could be outside. And so this will be happening again. And like I said earlier, this will be on YouTube as soon as we finish up this Instagram Live. We'll get it uploaded on YouTube. You'll see it on the website. We'll send out an email, and you'll see it via social media. And so I really appreciate all you guys. I had a great time doing this. I got my workout in for the day. My 20 minutes. I'm going to need 40 more minutes though to abide. And so I'm just excited. Stay safe. This is a crazy time that we're living in, but we are all in this together, and we can all make the most of it, and I'm happy to help in any way possible. Thank you, guys. See you later.